Anyone can become a millionaire, but why does it seem impossible for those born without a silver spoon? Well, that's most likely because the internet typically feeds us with so much false information. In reality, most millionaires and billionaires today are self-made, creating their wealth from scratch. Now imagine earning a modest salary, yet still managing to build a seven-figure net worth. Sounds too good to be true, right? But there's a secret that many millionaires have discovered, allowing them to amass wealth without needing a high income. And in fact, anyone and everyone can achieve this with the right strategies. So in this video, we'll delve into the reality of how you can turn your modest earnings into $1 million nest egg. Are you willing to learn more? Here are a few steps to get started. Step 1. Click the like button and subscribe to this channel. Step 2. Make sure you stick around until the end so you won't miss some pertinent information I'll be dropping. Also, I'll drop a bonus link that will make your money-making process easy. All you have to do is to watch this video till the end, and I can assure you it will be worthwhile. Since you are done with that, we can now proceed. Speaking of modest earnings, the majority of the typical Americans were not born rich, didn't attend an elite college, and can't even make up to $500,000 a year. According to a study by the Pew Charitable Trusts, about 70% of Americans are born into the bottom quintile of the income distribution, where they face financial strains on income, distribution, or wealth. This suggests that a significant portion of Americans are born into lower or middle income families and do not experience a substantial rise to the top wealth brackets. However, according to a survey by Fidelity Investments, about 79% of millionaires are self-made, meaning they did not inherit their wealth but built it through their own efforts. So how did they manage to build an empire out of nothing? This brings us to the first secret of building wealth. Analyze your income stream. First things first, you need to get a grip on your cash flow. You see, if you are not earning enough to save, then it's either you are too lazy or you need to take up a new job. Assessing your income stream is as simple as spending less than you bring in. The wider that gap, the quicker you can kick back in retirement. But this is what's more important. Most people flub up their savings game by not stashing away enough. I mean, the average savings for people in their mid-20s should be above $2,000. An ordinary $1,000 won't exactly set you up for millionaire status. So here's the best part. You can aim to save and invest at least 20% of your income. This is where you enter the golden rule of 50-20-30, where half your funds goes to must-haves, 30% for fun stuff, and the remaining 20% to your savings. Now is the time for a reality check. Are you overspending your monthly earnings? You can get started by firing up those budgeting apps, cut off unnecessary expenses, and start socking away that savings. Cancel those subscriptions you hardly use and kick impulse buys to the curb. However, all these things won't be possible without the right mindset. Cultivate gratitude, think long-term, and resist the urge for instant gratification. Read up, take courses, and surround yourself with money-savvy people and community. And remember, time is your most precious asset. Wealthy people know this. They value time over money. So as you climb the career ladder, seek out passive income streams and invest in yourself. After all, you are your best investment. You can go further by taking up a career course. Drop a few $100 to learn skills that can seriously bump up your paycheck. Be the master of your money game. Now, this might appear difficult, especially if you have little idea about economics and money management. Start by listing out your income and fixed expenses, rent, insurance, bills, and then track those variable expenses like groceries, entertainment, and dining out. This detective work will uncover where your cash is sneaking off to. Then, be bold to take them off. A budget isn't a one-and-done deal. Review it regularly to stay on track. If your 9-to-5 isn't filling up your bank account, maybe it's time for a side hustle. Sell stuff online, offer your tech skills, or become a tutor. Turn your hobbies into cold, hard cash. Once you have trimmed the excess and unnecessary spending, it's time to put that money to work. That brings us to the second secret of building wealth and becoming a millionaire: investment. While the topic cannot be overemphasized, investment has been the soul of many big business owners. Take, for example, Ronald James Reed. He wasn't some big shot, just a regular guy from Vermont who lived a simple life, working as a janitor and gas station attendant with a modest income. Despite his low salary, he managed to grow his stock portfolio to $8 million. Now, not every janitor will hit the jackpot like Ronald did, but his story has some valuable lessons we can all learn from. On the other hand, this might seem impossible considering the amount needed for daily upkeep and miscellaneous expenses. But Ronald's strategy was straightforward. It's not rocket science. He knew the wealth formula that schools never teach you. Income minus expenses equals cash flow. If you've got some cash left after paying bills, you're doing all right. If not, you might be headed into debt. The trick is to have more money coming in than going out. By keeping his expenses low and finding ways to increase his income, Ronald turned his modest earnings into a substantial fortune. He focused on long-term investing and leveraged the power of multiple investments. However, he only invested in stocks he really had full knowledge about. Stocks from blue-chip companies like Procter & Gamble, J.P. Morgan Chase, General Electric, and Dow Chemical Company. But unlike him, many investors today often make hasty decisions based on media hype or market trends, seeking quick profits. This can lead to irrational choices and frequent trades. Meanwhile, Reed's approach was similar to that of legendary investor Warren Buffett, emphasizing the importance of long-term investing and sticking to what you know. But this way, you don't have to micromanage your budget every single day. Now, numbers might seem intimidating, but don't worry. If you start saving early, even a little bit can grow over time. Ronald started squirreling away a portion of his janitor salary regularly, and it paid off big time. But most importantly, compound interest from investments has become financial magic. Ronald didn't just save, he let his money skyrocket by itself. The longer it rolled, the bigger it got, and that's how he became a millionaire. And even though it seemed like he made all the perfect moves with investments, this is far from reality. Sometimes without numbers, Ronald had his flops, like a company named Lehman Brothers that went belly up. Nevertheless, he just learned from his slip-ups and kept pushing forward. Now, if you are earning the average salary of $6,200 monthly and you can spend between $0 and $4,000, you'll start seeing a positive cash flow. That means you are saving more than you are spending, and this sets you up for future success. Now let's talk about the golden rule. How much you have saved by your current age is like a roadmap to millionaire status by the time you start getting old. If you start saving in your early 20s, you will need to put away at least $150 every month to hit that $1 million mark. However, this figure increases as you get older into your 30s and 40s. So the earlier you start saving, the easier it will be to reach your financial goals. Just remember, these numbers are based on analytical speculations. Moreover, investing doesn't have to be all suits and stock charts. It's like planting seeds. Put your money into something and watch it grow. Whether it's stocks, bonds, or real estate, there are plenty of options out there. Now, for the best part. Here's the major virtue every person must possess to become a millionaire. Patience. If in your early 20s you decide to stash away $600 a month, you are right on track to become a millionaire by your late 50s. This calculation breaks down to about $20 a day. And if you check out the math, in 30 years with about a 10% return in management fees, you'll be sitting on a few $1,000,000. Now, this might seem unrealistic for the average American. I mean, you'd probably be wondering if it's possible to save such a massive amount of money. But here's the truth. You can decide to work and beat that target by all means, or just keep doing what you've always been doing. Meanwhile, here's a little trick. Bump up your investment rate by just 1% every year. Start at 5% of your income, then nudge it up to 6% the next year, then 7%, 8%, and so on. That simple tweak could rack up hundreds of thousands. And here's the beauty of it. As you earn more, you will naturally invest more. It's like a financial rule of thumb that keeps on giving. Plus, there are lots of other ways to up your investment game, like keeping your living and car costs low or doubling up on incomes when you tie the knot. Here's the deal. Negotiate your salary and funnel 80% of that raise straight into your investments. Take the remaining 20% and treat yourself to something nice. You can also stack in extra cash with a side hustle, like the ones we coach in our Earnable program. Then stash that dough into investments too. Now let's crunch some numbers. If you really want to achieve that millionaire status in 30 years, you would need to sock away at least $10,000 annually, assuming a 10% return. But what if you are gunning for the fast track? You know, many of us would love to attain that status in a few years. Well, you just have to be ready to do the work. As your income increases, so do your contributions. Sure, people in their 20s might not have wads of cash lying around, but income tends to increase in your 30s and 40s. Depending on your income and whether you qualify for a company plan, a traditional IRA might be the best option for you. Investment returns have the potential to keep increasing until withdrawals are made in retirement. If you fall under modified adjusted gross income restrictions, a Roth IRA can be a smart option for you. To get your foot in the door, you can simply connect your paycheck account to automatically disperse funds to your savings. Above all, you can guarantee your financial future by starting now and making the most of your retirement account funds. That's it, guys. You have made it to the end of this video. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. To access other videos like this, tap the bell icon to turn on post notifications. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.